Welcome back to Gaming Top Down. Today we're going to be unboxing a very new game from Keymaster Games. This is Harvest. It was designed by Trey Chambers, and this is kind of a reworking of an original, or an earlier, design from a few years ago. Like I said, this is published by Keymaster. The art is by Tierra Connor, and it's a pretty simple worker placement game, but I really like Keymaster's quality level, and the game looked fun, cute, simple. Kind of gave me, I don't know, Stardew Valley vibes with animal characters. So I've been excited for this one. Hopefully it'll be a good entry point with hopefully a little bit of teeth and good decision space in that worker placement genre. So without any more ado, let's get this box open. This is the retail edition. Just so you're aware, I didn't get the golden or more fancy editions, but let's hop right in. A fantastically fun, fur-filled farming affair. Alliteration all over the place. All right. Well, there's a lot of things in here. First up, you have a die, a very custom die with the different types of, I think, plants. And one side is fertilizer. Love that. Kind of funny, but the green and pink definitely pop. That's a cool looking die. Lots of wooden pieces for each player. I believe that these pieces here came as part of the Kickstarter bundle. I didn't opt for the additional add-on to get the nice big meeple heads for all of the characters, but I guess if you're playing as one of these 4 characters that were included in this Kickstarter kind of add-on, then those look really cool. They're printed on there, but it's like really high quality printing. Yeah, those look awesome. Let's look at the other ones real quick before we look at the more standard components. Also got the cow, who I think is kind of the mayor of the city, and I think you maybe play against them in the solo mode. And this wolf character. Yeah, those are very cool. All right, but normally each player will have 3 wheelbarrows as their workers in their color. Here is pink and blue here. And those are really big, actually. They look really nice. I like the shape. And a button, I'm guessing, for scoring. And I like that they included a different number of dots, at least on the scoring piece, so you can tell the difference there. I don't think that these have any difference for like color blindness, but hopefully the colors they chose kind of help with that. Here are the other colors. We have orange and yellow. Again, 3 of each, and a scoring button for each. Okay, it's a bunch of baggies, which is nice. Here are the character cards. Each player chooses one of these, and you're kind of the character here is the leader of your farm, and they have one small special ability that gives you some difference or asymmetric action that you can use compared to the other people playing. So this is Mick the Badger. Gain 1 extra field action anytime you take 1 or more during the action phase. Floyd the Beaver, like him. Funny looking dude. Never pay construction costs. Leland the Frog. At the start of the game, your water goes up 3 times. Remy the Deer. Gain the non-coin action on your sunrise tile again. Rose the Woodpecker, and the art in this game is very cool. Kind of has that halfway retro, like hometown kind of vibe. Very good art. Humble Handy Bird. Looks like during sunrise you get one of these 3 things. Either water goes up once, I'm not sure what that symbol means, or maybe a discount on construction. River the Fox. Mischievous Merchant. You may spend water and fertilizer in place of coins. Jamie the bunny. Move one of your wheelbarrows to an open spot at the end of each round. If you pay a coin, I imagine. Penny the pig. All plants cost 1 fewer fertilizer to plant. A little on brand for a pig, I guess. And then what are these? This is a hello neighbor. 1 to 2 player games. Gary takes turns like another player with his Gary tiles. This aid helps you in facilitating that. So he has some special turns that he will do to simulate a third player. That's nice. It's a nice big card. Looks like you can also play as Gary, or he's one of the characters to choose from. Goober in Chief. Get a 2-cent discount at the farmer's market. Barry the Bison. Looks very no nonsense. After you, whatever that is, you may, whatever that is. I'm not sure what those mean, or 2 points maybe. Ruthie the Raccoon. You may use coins in place of water or fertilizer, and +1 at the general store. And Willow the Wolf. 2 coins and a water per crop type harvested, instead of only 1 coin. All right, that is all of them. There's quite a few. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm not sure if you can play as Gary or if that's just the solo card, but we'll count him regardless. 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like these 4 were the bonus ones that have the nice meeple wooden pieces instead of the wheelbarrows. But again, you can just play with one of them with the wheelbarrows too. It doesn't change much, but those pieces do look nice. All right, those were the character cards there. Next up is just a thank you for backing, and I guess a little ad for the Anna Meeple pack that has the rest of the Meeple heads, which are really cool looking. I don't mind the wheelbarrows though, they look really good too. And a pack of play mats. I am excited for the farm mats, and by backing this on Kickstarter, are double layered, and so I don't think I'll need the play mats in this scenario, but it is cool that they offer them. And an achievements booklet so that you can track the achievements you've made, I guess, when you are playing with the different characters. Those were some of the other Kickstarter features. All right, so I think I've shown all of the wooden pieces except for these, and these go on your board. And there are 4 of these boards, like I mentioned. They're nice double layer boards here. They look really nice. I really like how they look. And it looks like the back is helpful too. It tells you how much of each resource you start the game with. Just a handy little thing there. All right. So let's see. I'm just going to leave those in the box for a second. So each player will have 3, I think, different little pieces. This one is your water bucket, and it will go over here, I think, to keep track of the maximum amount of water that you can hold, maybe. And then the water piece as well, and these are nice and printed, and it actually has a little raised section, so it will fit in those slots really well. And then the water for how much you actually have. I believe it works like that and not below. Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, so those fit in those tracks. And then you also have a piece of fertilizer here, and it goes on this side to track how much fertilizer you have. So those look really nice. It's cool that they are also screen printed. And this is a round tracker. It's just a tractor piece that will go on the main board to track the rounds. So those are those wooden pieces. Again, each player will get 1 of those. All right, underneath the 4 player farm boards is some more stuff. Probably the main board. But this is the rule book, it looks like. Wow, very pretty, cool art on the cover there. This is, it is the rule book. Components. game setup, player setup. Whoops, flipped a couple pages. Game structure, the general store, the fields, more about your fields and planting, more about the fields, the workshop, and it explains the different locations of the board. Then it has a section about that 1 and 2 player variant with Mayor Gary. An explanation of the 8 at least base characters, and some like a glossary or index here of the different building abilities. Then on the back, an icon reference. Very solid. That paper is like very nice quality. At least the outside pages are linen finished, and the printing is really nice. That, yeah, looks really good. Here is a solo challenge almanac. Explains how solo setup is done, kind of the score table here. If you get over 75 points, you are the GOAT, it looks like. And a whole bunch of different solo challenges, I guess. It gives you a character to play as and a goal of points to earn in different challenges. That's a fun little kind of perk for solo players, because sometimes just a beat your own high score solo mode can be tricky to want to try over and over again, but I do like that those are there. And even some more difficulty things here, and it looks like there are 17 of those challenges. And this last one has a ton of text. I imagine it's very difficult. Okay, last up it looks like, well, it's probably not last, but we have the main board, and then there's going to be some punch boards at the bottom. So let's set the main board out. Move that out of the way. And the main board is a trifold board. This section has the general store and the farmer's market, and the middle section has the fields and the trading post, and the rightmost section is the workshop. So I'm going to kind of center it back over here so you can see as much of it as possible. Yeah, again, very cool art. I like that the board is 3x1 instead of like a 6 panel. That's a 3x2. So it'll fit on the table a lot nicer, I imagine. Each player does have, obviously, their own board, so there is a bit of table space needed for this game, but if that was a 6-panel board, it would be a lot more. But yeah, the board looks really nice. No complaints there. And then last up, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets of punch board tokens. Again, I didn't opt for the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition that had, I think, wooden pieces for the different plant types. But I think that these will, kind of paired with the double layered boards, they won't really get bumped around too much. And I think that looks pretty nice and fun by just with this retail version. So I wasn't too intrigued in spending the extra money for wooden pieces, even though they did look really nice. Yeah, those they seem like a pretty standard, 2 millimeters or whatever they are. They're not double layered like the some of the other pieces we talked about. So there is that, I guess. But they do look high quality in my opinion. All right, this one just has some of the solo players' pieces and some different plants. And trying to put that back in. Again, some more of those here. These are the sunrise tokens that in the Kickstarter campaign were upgraded from cards to these cardboard tiles, which is actually kind of nice. Don't have to worry about sleeving cards or anything. And they will dictate what you earn in your sunrise stage, so what resources you get, and then your turn order. So I think the one that you take kind of has a balance of, if I go first, I get fewer things. But if I go last, the 8th here, I get a lot of money, and I'm guessing like a new building on the farm or something. So I think that's one of the main decision points in the game. Okay, this one has some tiles that I believe go right over here on the board. So these probably go And I'm totally kind of guessing here, I guess, but it looks like they would go here in the farmer's market, actually. So that has some variability, and it looks like they're double-sided. So there's some of those, that size 2 versions that would go here. Okay, some more of those, as well as some of the currency coins. And I'm not sure exactly what this is. It's a blueberry bush. And it looks like you maybe have to, oh yeah, you do. I can see them on the next sheet here. You have to, I guess, earn the blueberries and harvest them off of the bush. So that's kind of a fun little idea there. Cool. All right, and the last couple, these are a bunch of buildings that will go over here in the workshop. And I imagine you can buy them for some varying amount of coins or different resources to put different buildings in your farm. Very cool looking. And I think that these, I wonder if these are tied to the character that you play as, because they go right here in your like special ability slot on your board. And it looks like you're meant to probably like, flip them over at some point, maybe just when you've passed 50 points. And I put that in backwards to keep track of on the score track that now I'm over 50. That just must be some additional, either tied to the animal cards and their abilities, or some extra special ability that you have that the other players don't. So it looks like there's a few of those as well. There's 4 on this sheet here, and then there are also 4 here, down here, along with a lot of other buildings and a tractor piece that will usually be used unless you have the Kickstarter version with that little add-on that had the wooden piece. And that is going to do it for all of the pieces here in Harvest. I think the pieces look very, very beautiful. I think the game will be fun to play just because of the like cool table presence and kind of artistic factor it has. Hopefully the gameplay will also stand the test of time. It says on the box that it's 30 to 70 minutes. And so if it can hit that like 30, 45, 60 minute time frame, and also be like a good game that has just enough asynchronous abilities and some fun decisions, that could be a really cool like niche to be in my opinion. It's also in a much smaller box than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's a little bit smaller than like a standard Ticket to Ride size box, I believe. A little tricky to see probably here on camera when I've got it so zoomed in. But anyways, that's going to do it for this unboxing of the retail version of Harvest. Let me know in the comments if you backed this game, if you got the golden edition maybe. I'd love to hear about what you think of those upgraded components, and if you're excited to try this one out from Keymaster Games. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to join our monthly giveaway at the link in the description below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.